Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 119 of Isolate, Meditate, Create. My name is Jessica Lynn Johnson, and I am the founder and CEO of Soaring Solo Studios, a company dedicated to the direction and development of one-person plays. Welcome to IMC. This experience is coming to a close. We have today and next week, and then that's it for IMC. I will probably be doing a monthly Meditate and Create session, but I'm also going to be moving into Free Write Fridays and other offerings. I'm going to get creative about some other offerings that we can do together. So be looking out for my emails and social media posts about other free offerings that are coming up. But yeah, the whole purpose of IMC was really to join us together in creative community, in safe, supportive space to work on our solo shows, do a little self-care during the pandemic. So it's been a very special space, and I'm excited for the adventures that are coming ahead of us still. Okay, so please make sure that you have something nearby you to write with and write on. As soon as we're done meditating, we'll begin writing together. And I do also like to say that sometimes what comes up for us during these sessions can be triggering. If that ever happens for you and you need to hop off the call and do some self-care, totally understand. I support you in that. If you need resources beyond that for mental and emotional support, please feel free to email me at soaringsoloartist@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send some resources your way. Okay, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and close our eyes. Let's just start to focus on our breath. So deep inhales and audible exhales out, releasing whatever it is we need to let go of in this moment. And just imagining on every in-breath, you are breathing in warm, bright, nourishing light. And it's just filling every inch of your body, relaxing you, comforting you, and allowing you to release tension and stress. And as you see this light filling your body, just allow your mind to clear, to become a blank canvas, letting go of your to-do list, your personal dramas, just letting all that go for right now. Just being here in this present moment. And notice any thoughts that might be racing around in your mind, but just try to let them go, let them pass through. Try not to attach to any of them. And start to do a body scan from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, just noticing where you might be carrying any tension or discomfort, where you might be clenching muscles or feeling pain. And just breathe deeply into those places, further allowing yourself to relax and release. And start to imagine that on every in breath, you are breathing in things that serve you, that fill your cup, things that you want to call into your experience right now. Just imagine on your in breath, breathing in optimism and love and passion and success and curiosity and creativity and innovation and support and abundance and whatever it is you need. Just imagine on your in breath, calling that into your experience. And on your out breath, releasing whatever it is that you do not need in this moment, whatever is bringing you down in this moment, releasing fear or scarcity or bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, unworthiness, lack, whatever you need to let go of. Just imagine on your out breath, you're letting that go. And just continue in this cycle of breathing in what serves you, exhaling what does not. And start to allow your breath to transform. So you're continuing to breathe in things that serve you. And now on your out breath, you're giving back to the world, whatever it is you have to give. So you're breathing in what serves you. And on your out breath, you're giving your creativity, your innovation, your kindness, your forgiveness, your love, your support, your allyship, your services. Just continue to imagine your breath giving and receiving for a few more moments. And in the next few moments, I'm going to guide you through visualization. And I just ask that you trust whatever comes up for you. See what your intuition, your creativity, your subconscious mind wants to reveal to you. And knowing you never have to share what comes up for you unless you choose to, be very uncensored. I want you to call to mind a vice of yours. Maybe this is an innocent vice. Maybe it's something a little more dark and controlling. But call to mind a vice. And this could be something that you currently struggle with or something that is in your past that you feel you've gotten to the other side of. But just take a moment to call to mind a vice. And what role has this vice played in your life? Has it brought a lot of destruction to your life or distraction? Has it been fairly innocent and uninvolved and just something you occasionally tap into? What's been the nature of this relationship with your vice? And when you think of this vice, what memories come up for you where you and this vice spent time together? or it was a part of your life? What memories start to surface around this vice? And why do you think this vice is in your life or was in your life? What was it helping you avoid, or what was it helping to feel better or distract you from? What did this vice offer you? And how has this relationship with your vice changed over time? Has it gotten more powerful, less powerful, closer or distant to you? How has the nature of this relationship with your vice changed over time? And what tools do you have at your disposal, or do you imagine you might be able to use to balance this relationship with your vice, or to distance yourself from it, or refrain from it entirely? What tools do you have to defend yourself against this vice? And just take another couple of moments reflecting upon your vice. And just see what else your mind reveals to you. And taking another deep breath in. And on our exhale, slowly coming back to this present moment, opening our eyes. And just go ahead and reach for whatever it is that you have to write with and write on. I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes, and I just want you to write very freely about whatever came up for you. Maybe you didn't relate to having a vice very much and you just want to write about that. Or maybe you have a very strong vice or several that were coming up for you that you want to write about. You could write a first person monologue, poetry, song lyrics, a scene between characters, and in solo theater, you'd be playing those characters. You could even step into the vice itself and personify it and give it a voice. So those are some ideas. I will let you know when your time is up. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Okay, and please wrap up your writing. And I definitely encourage you to transcribe what you've written, if it's on a journal or scrap paper or something like that, just so you store it somewhere safe and can build upon it for your solo show. Yeah, and Vices, I think, can be a phenomenal place to find inspiration for a solo show because it immediately adds tension and drama and all of those things that we deal with in our real lives into a theatrical space. So hopefully you discovered something interesting for your solo show from that writing prompt. If you look in the chat, I put several Soaring Solo announcements, lots of exciting things coming up and happening, including my 100% free, 100% awesome solo theater class, The Art of Creating the One-Person Play. That's happening this Saturday, June 12th on Zoom at 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. All you have to do to attend is RSVP at soaringSoloStudios.com under events and free stuff, and then you'll get the automatic email with the Zoom link and further information. But yeah, no experience necessary. Just show up and write with us and play with us. Also, we have one spot left for the July Creating Captivating Characters Intensive, taught by award-winning solo artist and Soaring Solo instructor Heather Dowling. This event is happening Wednesday evenings in July from 7 to 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. It's just $149 for all 3 weeks, and it is jam-packed with the fundamental tools and techniques that you will need as a solo artist to create a solo show or take your current show to the next level through the lens of character technique. And I'm going to let Heather tell you more about it. And let me spotlight you, Heather.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, brilliant solo artists. So yeah, we are so excited. We are just starting our June classroom number 1 of the Creating Captivating Characters Intensive. And it's a joy every time people discover so much about their ability to locate and access the characters, people in your life and people that inspire you and objects that inspire you that would tell their story. So it's really just an exploration of what in your world would be the voices that would weigh in to tell the story that you want to tell. And it's been such a pleasure to have an opportunity to help people discover that for themselves and then be delighted when they learn techniques that allow them to bring those characterizations to life. You know, you guys have heard many times the story of me swearing that I was not a character actor, that I couldn't do a story with any characters in it. And then my first show ended up having 39 characters plus me as the narrator. And it all has to do with when you discover the voices and elements and people who would help you to tell the story of your journey. You'll be amazed what you can discover about your ability to embody that and bring it to life to make your storytelling more richer, vibrant, vivid. And it also can be, honestly, a lot less work for you personally too, depending on some of the subjects you're talking about. It's a lot easier to have a character talk about those things than to have it be you personally talking about those things. So it creates a lot of freedom to delve into things about your personal story or even a community story that you may not feel comfortable talking about as yourself. So it's exceptional, and it's kind of crazy that we only have one spot open in July. We've sold out every one of these intensives. So if you'd like to jump in July before the year gets any further along and take all these things you've created in IMC and start to bring them to life in a vivid and very real way, start to see how they fit together as storytelling for you, we would love to have you. So shoot over that email if you want to join us.
Yes, thank you, Heather. Yeah, I mean, we had one of our students last month basically rewrite her whole show, which was all just kind of first person narration. And she said, as she was taking the intensive, the characters were just jumping off the page for her. She saw where the rewrites were, she saw where the voices were taking over the script. And so it really made the show so much more dynamic. And then another client of mine who he's been doing his show, but he really wanted to enrich in his characters, and it made such a huge difference in his recent performance. His characters were so much sharper. His technique was next level. So yeah, wherever you're at, it's quite valuable. And then of course we have one-on-one coaching, power pairs, small group, other offerings as well. So definitely have something for everyone. So feel free to email me at soaringsoloartist@gmail.com for more info about any of that. And again, if you missed any IMCs, any of the 119 days of meditating and writing together, or if you want to watch them again and see if something new comes up for you, it's all on my YouTube channel. Today's will go on there as well. And the next and official last IMC will be next week, which is Wednesday, June 16th, 9 a.m. right here. So just join us for that, and please feel free to invite anyone you think might want to enjoy it with us. And then we're still in encores and best of fest happening from Solo Fest. We are still rolling out those shows, and this weekend we have on Saturday evening at 7 Pacific time, we have Sarah Hunter in Dogs Are Better Than People. Oh my goodness, hilarious one woman show. Sarah tells her story of becoming sober and dating all the wrong men for a long time, and just all those things through the point of view of her dogs. And it is hysterical and heartwarming and just wonderful. So that's a great show to see if you just want to think about outside of the box types of ways of telling your story. Again, that's happening on Saturday. And then Sunday at 6 p.m. is Catherine Barnes in Yes, No, Maybe So. And that is a show that dives deep into looking at consent and what does that mean. And I know that sounds super serious and heavy, but Catherine is absolutely hysterical. She's so talented. She's a brilliant lyricist and songwriter and musician. She's creatively come up with all this different multimedia, a bunch of characters as well. So you'll learn a lot about just how to really creatively tell your story using a bunch of different devices by watching Catherine's show. So again, that's Sunday at 6 Central Pacific time. And links to get tickets with that, if you just go to soaringSoloStudios.com under events, you'll find the ticket links for both of those. What else? Hollywood Fringe is still in the process of happening in August, and registration started on May 1st. So if you're thinking of doing that, or you want to maybe volunteer or get involved or just see what Hollywood Fringe is all about, I strongly recommend it. It is such a fantastic festival, and I'm so happy it's back. And please feel free to email me for information about that too. I've been a part of it for, I think, about a decade now. It's been a long time. So I can tell you all the do's and don'ts from my own lived experience. And then as I was saying at the beginning of the call, since IMC is going to become a more sporadic thing that will probably just be meditate and create, since we won't hopefully have to be isolating anymore. Meditate and create will be happening every now and then, but I'm also going to be introducing Free Write Friday. And Free Write Friday, I haven't settled on exact dates or times. I'm just going to be experimenting with that for a little bit. So the next one that we're doing is Friday, June 18th, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom. And rather than utilizing meditation in those sessions, I'm going to be looking more at devices, structure, formatting for solo shows, and writing prompts that will help you in that capacity. So it's just a different approach to writing your solo show, but it will certainly still help you create content and shape content that you already have. So we just did the first one, what was that, like a week ago? And it went really, really well. I'm putting those on my YouTube channel as well. So if you missed Free Write Friday last week, you can go to Soaring Solo, Jessica Lynn Johnson YouTube channel, and you can watch that back. We focused on the narrator and how important the narrator is in a solo show and what it looks like to write from a narrator's perspective and who the narrator can be and all of that, which is something we also delve deep into in the intensive. So this video is just kind of scratching the surface, and then in the intensive, you really dive deep into looking at who your narrator might be. So that's everything. I'm going to leave the chat up for just a few moments so that you can jot down any of those announcements that resonated for you and say hi to one another. And I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful Wednesday.